What's up, my friends? As always, thank you for listening to Headbangers and Hooligans. It's yours truly, Scummalicious. Got a treat for you. And just like Ask Maggot of the Week, I'm bringing something else back. Digging in to my giant cassette case and reviewing a cassette that deserves some attention. And people have no fucking idea who this band is. I say nobody, but very few people do. And they should. And that's what I originally started this podcast for, is bands like this. They're not together anymore, but who gives a shit? You still need to know that they existed. And that's why I'm here, right? And we're talking about Dog Eat Dog, All Boro Kings, from 1994 on Roadrunner Records. And Dog Eat Dog is Limp Bizkit before there was a Limp Bizkit. The only difference is that Dog Eat Dog is actually a good band, and Limp Bizkit sucks taint big time. And another reason why Dog Eat Dog is special to me is because three of the guys in this band were in Mucky Pup. And anybody that's listened to me knows how much I love Mucky Pup. One of the most underrated fucking bands on the planet. A saying I've said probably 6,000 times, but you understand. Danny Nastasi, guitarist. Man, I always mess this guy's name up, I think. Dave Neobor on bass, and Sean Kilkenny on guitar. All three of those guys were in Mucky Pup at some point. Dave Maltby is on drums, and the lead vocalist is John Connor. And they're out in New York, so this is East Coast hardcore with a little bit of rap in there. Think of Biohazard a little bit. That's what you're getting right here. I imagine if you talk to these guys, they would be like, yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. That's the best I could do as far as an accent, but heavy. And what I love, really, seriously, a lot of bass, it's thick, it's heavy, the guitar is crunchy. Danny Nastasi, you know how much I love that guy. And nobody knows who the fuck he is, and they should. They really should. And there's something beautiful about putting a cassette in. A little bit of tape hiss, that fuzz. It's not perfect and crisp like a CD. Holy fuck, we don't buy CDs anymore. It's all downloaded and streaming shit. But, yeah, cassettes deserve some love. And that's what I'm here for. So every once in a while, we gotta dig into my tape case and check out some of these bad boys. All right, All Boro Kings. Here we go. First song, If These Are Good Times. This is how it kicks off. If these are good times. And they have horns. Little horn section. And that bass, it's just so deep and low, and you feel it. And that's the kind of bass guitar I like, right? And then Danny Nastasi comes in with that guitar that's all crunchy. And then we get the vocals. Yeah, here's what I got for you. I can hear you inside screaming, feed me the juice. Dun, dun, there's nothing left for you to do. And then the chorus kicks in again with the horns. Dun, dun, dun. If these are good times. And then, yeah. And then we get into the second verse, and it's It's slow and heavy, which is okay. It's not 1,000 miles an hour, and I know some of the kids nowadays are like that shit that's just at warp speed, and I like some of the fast stuff, but it's kind of nice to every once in a while just kick back and enjoy the slowness, right? Nothing wrong with that. Then we get into song number 2, Think. I love Think. Great song. And it starts out a lot faster. Dun, 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 dun. Don't you love my sound effects, as always? Dun, 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 dun. I really cannot describe his guitar tone well enough on here, but it is perfect. Right? The way he just transitions from riff to riff on these songs, perfect. I don't even know what you say. It's all about what you do. You'll love these lyrics. You think you're the Mac? I'll tell you, no one gives a fuck about you. No way. Dun, 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 but dun, dun, dun. That's the best I can do for a guitar effect. And then we get to the chorus. You think you're my friend, but you ain't my friend. Just the tempo changes are so perfect. The drums are perfect. I really like this song. When I first bought this, I was so excited because, I was expecting Mucky Pup. And it's not Mucky Pup. It's not that at all, which is good, actually, now that I think about it, is because it's like, why would I want Mucky Pup? I already have Mucky Pup. I need something a little different, and that's what I got. And then we get to the third song, No Fronts. We get the horns back. No tricks, no soapbox politics, no guns, just blunts. We kick this just for fun. No tricks, no soapbox politics, no guns, just blunts. We kick this just for fun. And then the singer kicks in, and you're thinking, wow, is he rapping? He is, a little bit. We come with the fat joints, uplift the moods, big up to the people catching on this groove. This is Doggy Dog, not a snitch or a snoop. I might be a chew, a bone, but don't call me pooch. See, I couldn't even do it right. I fucked it all up. That's how good he is. And it's all smooth. And then later on, they do the chorus a couple times, but later on in the third verse, we actually get this rapper guy. I don't know who he is. I guess his name is SG Doggy Dog. That's what he says he is, I think. And he says, all right, kid, what you want? You get SG Doggy Dog represent. You know the time, so act like you know. Listen to the way this ill shit flow. But the guitar is heavy, and the bass lines, he's all over the place on that bass guitar. But it's not like a CD. It's not real clear and crisp, like I said before. Get warm and fuzzy, that analog. This was before digital. Well, right before digital just started kicking in, and everybody was buying CDs. And it took me, it was hard for me to transition from cassettes to CDs, and you already know that story. Then we get song number 4, Pull My Finger. And it starts out with the chorus. If I pull my finger on you, would you pull the trigger? And kind of a fast tempo, right? And then they slow it down. Slow and heavy like the first song. If these are good times. Dun, bang, clack, clack, pop, pop. How many have to drop before it stops? Big man with a trigger. What makes him bigger by blasting a cap? How do you figure? It's just, I can't explain it. When you're listening to this, you're like, holy shit, I just want to get... If you're in a car, you'll be driving the car, and you're like, I'm going to stop, get out of the car, and I have to do something, maybe jump and run into something, or just get out and start flipping off the sky and saying, fuck yo. But you don't want to do that because then you'd start shit. People are like, are you fucking flipping me off? But, and when you listen to this, it'll take you back. In your head, you're going to be like, yeah, I can definitely tell this was recorded in 1994, which it should be. But these guys, seriously, because, and I say Limp Bizkit, they don't really try to be a rapper like Fred Durst, who's just a gigantic douchebag. They just kind of tell it like it is. They're not, trying to be this cool band and hopefully everybody likes us. They're playing the music they want to play. And they're talking about where they're living, which is in New York, and what's happening at the time. Not break stuff and... Why am I even talking about Limp Bizkit? Waste of time. I'm talking about Dog Eat Dog, a band that you should listen to. And I own 2 of their cassettes. I own this one, and they had an EP. I think they did record another full-length album, but I don't own that one. So, but good news, as always, YouTube. It's there for us. You can listen to this entire album on YouTube. Then you listen to it, and what do I always say? You go somewhere and purchase it. Come on, be nice. Song number 5. We're already halfway through this album. First side. This is Cassette, remember. Who's the king? Who the king? Who the king? Who's the king? Who's the king? Ho! That's how it starts. A lot of their songs I like to start out with the chorus, which is cool. And once again, it's something they're really good at. Change the tempo a little bit, transition. And you're the king if you could sing like the king of rock and roll, filled with a soul, and all fucked up on Demerol. How about that? Now that's a sign of the times right there. Fucked up on Demerol? Yeah. If this song was being sang today, you'd be all fucked up on OxyContin and what's the other one with the patch? Already forgot the name, but yeah, different pain pills about 20 years ago. I really shouldn't make fun of that, but you know what I'm saying. Demerol, come on. You got any oxys? I want to stay up for 12 hours. And I really shouldn't make fun of that. These pain pills are just fucking out of control. Anyway, then, like a king, you're headed for the ground. You own your own graceland, your body never found. I need a rat up the back, but not a former champion. The hardest man alive is in an Indiana prison. Talk about Mike Tyson. Yeah, that's right around the time that all that shit went down. So when you listen to this, if you do listen to this, and I hope you do, be like, wow. And some of you might be like, I was like 3 when this album was recorded. Which makes me feel really fucking old just thinking about that. But, yeah. And that's the first side. So, your cassette player, which some of you don't even fucking own a cassette player like me. I said this before, mine's really nice, so it automatically turns over. So I don't even have to hit stop and eject and flip it over. It does it itself. And then side B, or side 2, however you want to say it, we get strip song. Not the strip song, it's just called strip song. And the lyrics, I like this little section. The music, it's okay. There's nothing really catchy about it, honestly. I'm just saying it's one of those songs you might fast forward a little bit, which is okay. Not every album has a song where every song is fucking good, but this is still a great album. But I like this section, this verse. He says, you know, you really bore me, hard enough to live, when you're always horny. I like you. You love me. Single is that. It's got to be. I'm giving you a chance. You better take it. An orgasm. You fake it. Something you should know before I'm good to go. We're going to have sex. I got to see a show. Strip song. He's like, say, listen, we're going to have sex, but you got to do a strip for me. Right? So we kind of went from living life on the streets and people shooting guns and then smoking blunts, and then we do a little song about some chick doing a striptease. So it's all based in reality. All right? You're not going to have to think. The lyrics ain't going to make you go, wow, what is he singing about? I've been listening to this song for 11 minutes and I still don't fucking understand what he's talking about. You ain't got to worry about that. 3-minute to 4-minute songs with the heavy guitar, the tempo changes, the funky bass. Drummer's solid. Now, this is, if there's one negative, I don't like the way the drums sound on this album. Just, they don't really reach out and grab you. There's nothing that's going to be like, oh my God, what an amazing drummer. He's obviously a better fucking drummer than I am because I can't drum. But it's the way they record him. They just don't sound good. The snare, I don't like the way the snare sounds. But listen, that's the least thing to worry about. It's still a great album, and these songs, they stick in your head. And that's what it's about. You want to write a song where people are going to remember it. They want to sing it. And that's what they do. Song 7, The Queen. It's an instrumental. Not real engaging. How about that? Have I ever used that word before? I don't think I have. Engaging? Holy shit, what's going on with me? Digging into the old dictionary. So Cassette flips over. First 2 songs, okay, but they make up for it with the third song, or song 8. Sorry, third song on second side. Song 8, In the Doghouse. And this song just gets right off the bat. All right, Danny Nastasi got that guitar. He's got a nice crunchy rhythm. Right, it just grips you right off the bat. But the chorus is perfect. Face first, dun dun dun, in the doghouse, ba 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 ba. Face first, dun dun, ba ba dun 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 dun. Face first, in the doghouse. And then the second verse, it kicks in. Would not, could not, should not, but you did. Don't you even try to cross me, you snot-nosed kid. The fight ain't halfway over, you soft-skinned clown. And it's just the way he sings it with the guitar, the flow of the song, it's perfect, right? Then we get the chorus again, and another verse, and it's just, it really is. It might be the best song on the entire album. Then at the end, they also have a break, and this guy comes in and he raps, and it's pretty cool because get a different tempo again, get some cool guitar riff, so it breaks up the song. It's kind of really different. It's nice. You're like, whoa, dog eat dog. And I'm going to use that word that I love to use a lot, dynamic. Yes, they show some dynamics on this song. And then at the end, it's like a little interlude, and it's this real trippy bass line and this real cool guitar, and this guy starts rapping, and at the end he's like, and I drilled a motherfucking hole in your head, straight into your mind, 'cause you couldn't find, and this is that guy again, SG Doggy Dog, and that's a motherfucking crime. And he sounds way cooler than I do, obviously. But it's so cool. Like that whole song starts out fast and heavy. The chorus is perfect. Then you get the little break in the middle with the rapping and the new interesting guitar riff. Then back to the normal verse, and then they end with something different. Dynamic, my friends, plural. Then we get song number 9, Funnel King. Dun, 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 dun. It's a cruncher. It's a heavy hitter. You feel like you're getting punched in the face. Wake up Monday morning, nothing new. Weekend has caught up with you. Lie in bed, hold your head, pray to God you ain't dead. Alarm clock rings like a bell. Start this day a living hell. Take your breath. What's that smell? And then it, boom. My boy, Danny and Stassi, this palm mute guitar riff. Oh, and it's so sweet because it's so heavy and crunchy. Yeah. Well, it smells like shit, but you can't tell. Dun, dun, bum, bum, dun, 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 dun. It's just great. And then they sing about being the Funnel King, just getting smashed basically on the weekends, right? And then we get to song number 10, What Comes Around. What comes around goes round harder. The chorus, it's decent. It's nothing that's going to just blow you away, but the verse is really strong, and he says, open your mind, hear what I've got to say. People living off the street, growing by the day. Speaking of numbers, I look out for number 1. So yeah, they're going back to singing about their surroundings and all the shit they see, and that's it. I mean, it's a quick album, but I'm telling you, you want something fun to listen to that's catchy and you're going to enjoy and have some fun with, this is your album. Plus, it's got 3 guys that were in Monkey Pup. Shit, you cannot beat that. You can't. And, yeah. So, yeah, every once in a while, we got to do this, right? Got to dig into that gigantic cassette case of mine and have some fun with some of these cassettes that nobody knows about. And they need to. All right? I already got a decent show lined up for tomorrow. You're going to like it. At least I hope so. But Doggy Dog. Check them out. And I think you'll have some fun with it. And I'm going to end this, as I always do. Take it easy. And if it's easy, take it twice, my friends. I'm out.